Hello everyone. So this video is going to be about the updates that we have released on the HFT indicator, and also as we have released many other indicators like the cash market sentiment and the scanner as well. So I was busy like the past few weeks designing them and coding them, so I couldn't get time to like make a video on the update. So since we are done with the updates, so now let's make the video and let's talk about all these various updates that we have done, and so how it can be beneficial for you all. And so let's dive deeper into it. And first of all, like if you have been given the access, so like you will be getting four indicators on TradingView and the AI money flow sheets on Google Sheet. So talking about the indicators on TradingView, so these HFT Algo Scanner, the cash market sentiment, the scanner, and the multi-asset scanner, and the dynamic stop navigator. So now let's come one by one, and let's dive deeper into each one of them, and let's see what the updates are and how we can utilize them. So the very first thing is that like those who are already like using it and haven't updated it, so like you can reload your page, or you can also delete it and go to the indicators and invite only and section, and you will find it there and you can re-add it. Otherwise you will notice something like this circle symbol. So you just have to click on it and click on update. Okay, so whichever chart you are updating, so there it will get updated, and after that, like all you have to do is like, let's say, like I want Dixon, like the indicator to work on Dixon. So the current market price is 15,960. So I'll enter 15,960, and that's it. Okay, and I'll press OK. And so the indicator will start running, and so the rest of the calculation will be done. So previously what happened was we had to like given all these strike price, we have to like select the symbol and everything. So all these have been removed, and only now only one thing that you have to enter in the setting, that is the main setting. Only one thing, that is the current market price. Okay, and if you want to also go into the manual portion like we used to do earlier, so that is also available. Okay, so let's yeah, so that's how you can update it. And now let's come to first our HFT algo scanner. So if you see the screen, like this is the multi-asset scanners, and this is the HFT algo scanner, and this is the cash market sentiment. Okay, and this is the dynamic stop navigator. So we'll talk every one of them. So let's talk about our first flagship indicator, so the HFT algo scanner. So let's go to the settings first, and again I'm saying, like if you don't know like what are these colors, how to read it, so just follow the link in the description below and you'll get to know. So this video is mostly about the updates. Okay, so let's come here. That is, as I said, like now you just have to enter one of the main setting. Okay, that is the current price. So let's say 24,965, and then after that like what we have done is we have kept this thing, that is to show you that what symbol is it calculating. Like people can make mistake, because what happens is like sometimes you might open other charts, or so now it won't work, but in manual mode sometimes it might in manual mode it might work, that suppose if you have opened Reliance, and but the HFT is running on the settings of Nifty. Okay, so don't make this mistake. So that's why we have kept this symbol Nifty strike price, since it's calculating the strike price automatically. So that's why we have kept this. That is, you should know what the strike price is. So it's like 24,950, and so the ATM, it's taking 24,950, expiry date as you know, like 24/07/25, and the strike interval is 50 there. Okay, so on any stock or anything, like wherever you, let's say for example, like Reliance. Okay, so I open Reliance, and sorry, so suppose if I open Reliance, so now you would see that like the HFT algo scanner is not working. Okay, so now what happens is that it has taken the symbol already, like Reliance on it. Okay, so now if we enter 1476, so 76, and so it will start working on Reliance, and you can very well see that like it will show you clearly here the symbol is Reliance, strike price is 1480, and then expiry date is also there, and the strike interval is also there. Okay, so 10. So you can match it like whether the strike price or whatever you want is correctly done or not. So that's why we have kept it. But if you don't want on your screen, so you can remove it. So again, let's say go back to Nifty. So now let me tell you one thing, that is, suppose you want to run the HFT Algo Scanner on the Nifty futures chart, then you have to go into the manual mode. Okay. So yeah, so 24,965. So you have to go into the manual mode during that time. So otherwise, in auto mode, like if you are on the spot chart, then only it will work. Okay. So now let's talk about the four colors. As you know, like the deep ones are buying and the light ones are writing. So since like as I said, like we only follow the writing part, so that's why like you have the option to like remove the dark colors. Okay, so the only light colors. So let's come one by one again, and so now the main settings I'm talking about first, and then we'll come to the other settings as well. Now here, like if you see the buy and the sell signals, so the buy and the sell signals based on the writers, that I always say that the light colors that we follow. Okay, so not according to the deep colors. So for according to the deep colors, like the option buyers if you want, but as I've said, like big institutions, they mostly buy for hedging. So let's once remove the, so if you look at here, that is, this is the signal we are getting from the like the buyers. Okay, so yes, if it works for you, if you think that it works for you, so it's fine. But again, the main point is that like I have kept both the options, but as you know, like I mostly follow the one coming from the sellers. Okay, and so again, you can have both on your charts. For that, you cannot enable only light colors. If you enable only light colors, then only the writers will work. Even if you take the buy sell signal from the buyers, it won't work. Okay, so that is the main thing, and the very important thing is that all these buy sell signals are being generated with the help of algorithms. So that means they are coming from based on data points, whether data points are signaling bullishness or bearishness. So these are like predefined on predefined algos. These are being generated. Okay, so please note that there is no buy, sell, or any hold recommendation from our side. It's only data analysis that it's doing and giving you the outputs. So you may before taking any financial decision, you can consult your financial advisor. And so from our side, there is no recommendation of any buy, hold, or sell. Okay, we are purely giving you the indicators for analysis purpose. Okay, and it's analyzing the data points based on predefined logic. So now coming down to the other data points, so let's come one by one. Now suppose let's say that you are on Nifty chart, but also let's say you have one of the HFT indicator opened, and you have opened the same indicator once more, but on that you want to put Reliance. So then you can't go in auto mode, so then you have to go in the manual. So then you have to select use manual symbol. Okay, and then you have to like go for, so let me show you one example. Like suppose let's say I am on Nifty futures chart. Okay, so now it won't work even if you go for the auto mode. So we have to go in manual mode. So I select manual mode, and then the strike interval is 50. So you can use the strike interval so here, and then again like manual strike also you can use if you want. And so that is the thing, like whichever manual you want you can use it, and so that will get applied. Okay, so that is the thing, that is which one you want to be like manually to be input. You want to manually input, so it's all up to you. But again, if on any other charts you are going and trying to put the HFT indicator, so then like if the chart is not the spot chart, then you have to like go in manual mode. Okay, So that being said, again, let's come back to our Nifty chart. So yeah, so again we are back to our Nifty spot chart, and now coming back to again the main thing, that is let's go to the settings. So this is all the manual setting that I have told you. Whichever you want in manual mode, you can. Now the model also like allows you to include in the money strikes. So to analyze, so if you include in the money strikes, so and click on OK, so now the like you won't understand that how much portion of the in the money got added up or something. So again, I do not recommend adding in the money as of now, so it will make you like more confusion will occur. But if you want in the money to include, so it's all up to you. The option has been given. I personally don't include it. Okay, now suppose you have added in the money. Okay, now you want to, like, let's say that you want to see that how much portion is coming from the in the money part. So then you can go for separate colors for in the money, and there you will see that like the blue and the yellow colors are coming. So there also you will have four colors: deep blue, deep yellow, light blue, light yellow, and yellow means like bullish, and blue means bearish. Okay, and so that's the thing. And so other than that, if you don't click it, so it will be automatically included in the light, all those green, light red, deep green and deep red signals. Okay, so now let's come to the main point, that is the expiry settings. So the expiry settings, like what happens is that for Nifty you have these weekly expiries, and Sensex you have weekly expiries. Bankix you have a different expiry. Apart from that, like I mean, for the others, so like it's the same expiry. Okay, so now please always remember to enter the expiry in DDMMYY form. So only 2 digits. Okay, so don't put like the year to be 2025, it won't work. So only 2 digits. And yeah, so there has been a like typo error, so I'll fix this. But anyways, it still would work, don't worry. So anyways, the main point is that the Nifty expiry you have to change it once a week. And as Nifty expiry changes, Sensex also the same thing. BankX I don't think like people follow anymore, but if you do, once a month you have to change it. And the for the others also once a month you have to change it. Like for this one you have to change it after the 31st. Okay, if you and but suppose if you now want like what is happening in the next month or next to next month, so then also you can change the expiry date as well for the monthly expiries. Okay, so that is the thing. And now let's talk about, so you don't have to regularly update the expiry date or anything. So once the expiry gets expired, so after that you have to change the date, and according to the symbols. Okay, Nifty, Sensex, BankX, and for any other Bank Nifty or any other stocks, it's the same. Okay, now as I said, like I have kept the symbol, that is if you don't want to show this row up, so you can just simply click on the uncheck that and it won't show you. Okay, and now coming down to the next thing, show support resistance. Okay, now what happens to this one, like suppose if I remove this, now look at here. So these green lines went out. Okay, so this yellow line is a personal support like that I've drawn manually. But if you go with this one, so support resistance, so these support resistance are very very crucial, because they are drawn not only like based on the charts but also based on the volumes. Okay, so if like something like market is taking support with the help with the I mean, suppose somewhere the chart is taking support or the market is taking support and volume is also present there, so the support is like backed up by volume, so then only it will draw those lines. And then similarly also, like if market is getting resistance or something, so then also like the same thing will happen. Like let's go up and let's see. So here you see the resistance line. Okay, so if market is getting resistance, so it will like backed up by volume, so there also it will show something like that, the red line. Okay, so if you don't want, suppose if you have your own support resistance, so you can just simply uncheck it and it won't show you. Okay, And now let's come to the other modes. So the modes, as I told you, if you just want to see the light colors, that is the writer's perspective, if you want to view it, so like I do, so you are welcome. And then after that, like again, invert red colors, as I have shown you earlier also. But again, suppose this is not something like out of the blue or something, so again the same thing, the things like the reds or the bearish ones are getting like painted below the line, and the bullish ones are getting painted above the line. Okay, so even if you are sometimes confused about those yellow, blue, so if you are going for in the money, so then you can go for invert section, and everything will be clear. Okay, also if you like see the table there, also it's clearly written which color is what. Okay, this table on the right. So that is the thing, like so suppose if I don't include only, and if I also include the in the money, so now you will see that all the colors are coming, and the blue ones are below and the yellow ones are above, and green and red, so green above, red below. Okay, so that is the point, and that is the thing. And now coming down to the other thing, that is okay, so let's stop the invert, stop the in the money, and yeah, now coming down to the other thing, that is like these buy and sell signals, so they are getting generated with the help of the HFT. Okay, the HFT Algo Scanner. Now you would also see these triangles. So these are being generated from the momentum. Okay, so the momentum indicator, that is the dynamic stop navigator indicator. So that is like in the scanner, and that is giving you all those triangle symbols. Okay, so sometimes it might happen that a momentum is getting missed out from the HFTs, like analyzing the HFT, some momentum is getting missed out. So you can track those momentum with the help of the momentum like symbols. Okay, so that is the thing. And now let's talk about the buy sell signals. So the buy sell signals, as I have already told you, no recommendation from our side, so those are like auto generated with the help of predefined algorithms. But what about the numbers beside it? So the numbers beside it tells you that like the strength. Okay, so sometimes we see that like we say that these are big sharks. Okay, so big amount. Okay, so like it's not always possible to look at the charts and see like if it is a big amount or not. So for that we have kept these like these that is the strength. Okay, so you can call them the strength. So these strengths are shown, that is like this is 3, this is 4. So like by default you can also select the strength. So if you come here, that is like choose the strength of the buy sell signal. So by default it will be greater than or equals to 2. If you click on 1, so there will be many buy sell signals, and so that might be confusing for you. But again, if you want it, you are almost you're welcome to do it. But that's the point, that is you can now select the strength above which you want to print. So let's say I want to print above the buy sell signals above the strength 3. So then that's the thing. Okay, so it's all up to you. So you have the option. So by default I use 2. So that is the default in the settings. Okay, now talking about, yes, so we talked about the modes. Now let's talk about label above bar. So what is this? So people said that like we want to know like so for now what happens is that you have to hover over the bar, and you can see how much of writing has been has I mean there has been like suppose if I hover over this bar, so I can see 27.8 cr here. Okay, so here all the information like is shown, like you have to just read it. So 30 cr of put writing happened here, 27.8 cr of call writing happened, this is 18.6 cr of call writing happened. So now people said that we want something on the bars, but see so I tried my best, but this level like it's taking a lot of space. So still I'll try to shorten it up, but for now like this is the solution we have here. That is, if you click on that, so uh, let me just magnify it a little bit. So it's small, so let's make it medium. So there you can see which color is how much, like it's purely it will tell you that which color is how much, like the light red is 14.98 CR. So it's all in CR. So it will show you that. Okay. So yeah, so that's the thing. But again, it like uh, it it's a little clumsy. So but again, I'll try my best to figure out a solution for this one. But there are very limited label solutions in on spine script, so that's why like I'm having the problem there. But anyways, you can just simply hover over the bar and just check it out. Okay. And now let's again that's for the label above bars, and you can also select the font colors also you can select. Now coming down to the buy sell message settings, as I have already mentioned, that you can select the strength, and on a 1 to 10 scale you can select the strength greater than or equals to the strength that you want for the buy and the sell signals. And why have I kept the strength? That I already have told you, that is to differentiate between the small sharks and the big sharks. Okay. And so now talking about these two options, as I've told you, it's clearly written that buy sell signal on the charts based on the big institutional sellers funds flow. Okay, so the sellers, right, call writers or put writers, this is with respect to the like buyers. Okay, so big option buyers like the call buyers and the put buyers. But as you all know that big institutions, they mostly sell but they mostly buy for hedging purpose, so that's why I avoid it. Okay, avoid the buying signals coming from the buy sell signals coming from the buyers fund flow. Okay, so now again you can choose the label of this, like on mobile, suppose if large is a little bit large, so you can select the medium, small and so on for the buy sell signals font size. You can also like customize the colors as per your wish. And now let's come to the table, that table that you see to the right. So for that, like first of all, what it does is like you can see the fund flow. It will be written for the last 120 candles. Okay, so suppose you are on 1 minute time frame and it's written that last 120 candles, so that means for the last 2 hours, cumulative put writing, cumulative call writing, cumulative call buying, cumulative put buying. Now this call buying and put buying will show zero because I have selected to show only the light colors, that is the writers color. So if I just uncheck it, so uh, yeah, if I just uncheck it, so again like it will come there. So now you have like the thing that is like you can now select the number of bars. So suppose like at the end of the market you can just select on 1 minute time frame, you can select the last 30 bars. Now please remember that, so you can see the writing also change here. It will show you the how many bars you are calculating. Please remember that it's the number of bars, it's not the time. So suppose I am on 1 minute time frame, last 30 candle means like it's like means the last 30 minutes whatever happened. Okay, so that means from, let's say like I'm observing the last from 3 p.m. to 3:30. So market has like market ends, and I can very well see that the last day, last 30 minutes activity, whatever happened. So now if you are on 3 minutes chart, so that means last 30 candle means 3 into 30, last 90 minutes. So please be careful about that. That's why it's clearly written last 30 candles. Okay, so that is the thing. And now let's come to the other thing, that is now you can also select where to sorry, not where to, the font size you can select, and also you can change the color settings as well. And also like you can customize the font and everything, and that's the thing. And yes, so I've talked about all these levels, all these kind of levels. And yeah, so that's the thing. And again, like the main thing that I always say is that even though the buy sell signals are coming, so wait for the charts to bend after that, and leave don't usually go after 3 p.m., because after 3 p.m. usually positions are built for the next day. And then after that, like the thing is that like here the sell signal came in, now wait for the charts to bend. You can see the charts are bending, and even the momentum signal also came in here. So then it's a good to go. Okay, if the charts are not bending, Or suppose, let's say that again, this is not a recommendation, this is a strategy. Okay, so my strategy is like, suppose if the charts have started like for example, let's talk about this one. Let's say this a buy signal came here, okay, and the charts I see it started bending, and then I, let's say, yeah, I feel the comfortable and I enter here. Let's say I enter here, and let's say from the next candle again it goes against me and comes down. So then, like, what my strategy would be that suppose if it goes below the candle where it got the like buy signal, so I'll immediately close. Or if I have a support zone or something, so I'll wait for, like, here I have a near about support zone, so I can also see that whether the support is getting taken down or not. So that could be also my stop loss. But suppose if there is no nearby support or resistance, so like here there was no like resistance here. So suppose if market starts bending here, I enter here, but again it starts going up. So as soon as the wherever the signal I got, so as soon as its high is getting taken down, so I'll just exit. Okay, and it might happen that its high got taken down, and after a little bit of hovering and again it starts coming down, so that might happen. And then again, when it starts coming down and it's below this candle, or like it's the price is like below this candle, just have crossed this candle, so then like I can just again initiate my position. So nothing to worry about that. So that would be my strategy to best utilize these buy sell signals. And again, no recommendation, it's all like strategies or theories that you can discuss, we are discussing. And so now let's talk about the other things, that is so that's all about the HFT indicator. Now let's talk about the multi-asset scanner. So the multi-asset scanner, first of all, like, gives you the moment. So here if you see, that is, you can go to the settings and you can like add 40, at max 40 stocks in one table. So you can keep on adding like whatever you want. The stocks are like categorized according to their like according to the groups, like IT stocks, banking stocks. So they have been grouped like according to their sectors, and you can add 40 stocks. And the thing is that like and you can scan them like in real time. And the thing is that like if your trading view terminal or your plan supports like multiple indicators you can open, so you can again open the same indicator and again put at max 40 stocks in it. And parallelly you can run it. Like you can also select the table like position. So this is top right. If you want to open the another table on the same screen, so you can select any other, like top left. So this is top right, sorry. So you can select top left or bottom, so whatever, like you have four options. Okay, and so that is the thing about the like scanning the stocks and which are on your radar or the indices, because it's not always possible to scan everything. And also you have this that is a like font size as well. So now talking about the thing that is like here, the momentum indicator. So what is the momentum? So that is like it's like currently analyzing. And the cash market sentiment, which is this one, so it's also analyzing with respect to that. And overall, like, what is the what is it saying? Okay, so what overall, like how the bearish or the neutral signal is generated is basically like, the thing is that if one of them is like, let's say, out of momentum or cash, if one of them is, let's say, bearish or bullish and the other one is neutral, then we will get a bearish or a bullish signal. Okay, but let's say suppose here we are getting a neutral. So why? Because one of them is bearish and the other one is bullish, so that's why we are getting a neutral signal. So that means there is a clash. So whenever both of them or at least one of them is in the in one direction, so neutral. So if either both of them are bearish, so it will show bearish. If both of them are bullish, it will show bullish. If one of them is bearish and the other one is neutral, so it will show bearish. If one of them is bullish and the other one is neutral, so it will show bullish. Okay, so that's how it will work. And the space or the region that you see, like empty region, like where there is no color, so that is basically where the neutral sign comes into the picture. Okay, so that means like sorry, the neutral means like the overall thing is neutral, so that means there is a clash, okay, between the, because here in this region if you see the cash market sentiment is positive, okay, but the momentum is like bearish, so that's why it's a neutral. So there is a clash between these two indicators, and so that's why it's neutral. And again, if overall is bullish, you will get this green background will be green, and if overall is bearish, you'll get this background to be red. Okay, and also the thing is that suppose you are on 1 minute time frame, or let's say you are on 3 minutes time frame, but you want to scan this scanner on 1 minute time frame. So time frame mode auto means whatever your chart time frame is, that's the time frame it will run, the table will run, okay, in real time. But if let's say that you want to go into the thing that is manual mode, so you can select the manual mode, and then you have to select the time, manual time also, like 1 minute or 3 minutes, so whatever, and then whichever chart you are on, it doesn't depend, it will analyze with respect to that, uh, time frame. Okay, so that is the thing about the multi asset scanner. And so now so let's, yeah, so let's decrease it to tiny. Yeah, so now talking about the main thing, that is in this scanner we don't have any involvement of the HFT, because HFT scanner we will have to build it separately, and also HFT uses a lot of security requests. So that's why like so basically like if you, we have built this scanner only like on one security call. Okay, so now for example, just to analyze Nifty, we have to call at least 15 to 20 security calls. Okay, and for one indicator, TradingView at one single moment allows you to request 40 symbols. Okay, so it will allow you to at max to call 40 securities. Okay, so now even also on 40 also, it sometimes like the indicator will hang or reload or something, it will stop working. So it's better to keep it between, let's say, 35 to 36, not more than that also, so that we get a smooth run of the indicator. So there are many limitations of the pine script, so that's why we cannot put the thing that is like, that is also the reason why, because we can put at max 40 symbols in the table, because for each it's calling the security, like I have put Nifty, Bank Nifty, so it's calling Nifty, Bank Nifty, and so on. So all these securities are being called, and that's why I have at max, like I can put at max 40. And now talking about the thing that is the cash market sentiment indicator. So mostly like how we can utilize it, that is like we can spot like during intraday if you want to utilize it, so you can go for like the thing that is, for example, we have to spot, let's say, divergences. Okay, so for example, let's say that um, just give me a second. Yeah, so for example, let's take a good example, like here, look at this one. So I mean, look at here, the market was going up. Okay, so it was going up. Okay, but then like what happened was that like this was not volume supported move. Okay, and then again it came, but now you would say that it went like here it started going into the like positive direction. Okay, and after that there was a moment. Okay, and so while it was going up, so it was like showing negative, and then after like it went up, then it like start, even though it started coming down also, like see the indicator like values did not go down that much. So that's the thing, that is it's showing you that from the cash segment. Okay, the sentiment is positive or negative. So that's the thing, like the best example would be here also, like suppose note down here, that is here the cash market sentiment is positive, fine, but after here it's going up. But look at here, the I mean the strength, I mean whatever the strength was here, it went up further, but the strength like was not that much. Okay, so then again it fell. So that is how you can utilize it, and also like you can utilize it on higher time frames to analyze on hard time frame whether the big institutions where the smart money was involved in the cash market. Okay, so this is like basically it tries to figure out whether like the move is volume supported or not. So here it's telling that this move is not volume supported and it falls. Okay, and so that is the thing. And again the thing is that like you can use it on any chart, and there is like you don't have to even change any settings. Once you change the chart, it automatically changes itself according to the chart. And also it won't work on Sensex or mid cap Nifty where you don't have, that is like so let me show you, that is like mid so sorry. Yeah, so let's select Nifty mid cap select, and now you would see that it doesn't work. Okay, now here let's say that 13171, and there you see that like the HFT will work, but the multi-asset scanner will also work, but the cash market sentiment won't work there. Okay, so because there is no volumes, and also where there is no volume, our support and resistance coming from the HFT won't also work, because you need you need volume for that. Okay, so we need volume confirmation for the support and the resistance. So that is the thing. And again, let's go back to Nifty, and let's again input the settings. So 24,965, and again suppose like the thing is that don't stick to one ATM, because as suppose if Nifty moves above like let's say 25,000, so change the ATM to 25,000. Like so if you are at the money, like always try to keep the strike price at the money, that I mean for the the best accuracy. Okay, so that is very very recommended to keep the strike price at the money. Okay, and also like suppose if you don't want strike price like let's say which are like multiples of 50 in Nifty, so you can all you can do is like cleverly put the market price like 24. I'll put simply I can put also 25,000 also. Like suppose I want the 25,000 strike to analyze, so I just simply put 25,000 only. Okay, and so the ATM the strike price that it will be calculating like with respect to will be like 25,000. Okay, so that also you can do. So mostly I also do go in multiples of 100. So once Nifty crosses another 100 points, so I change the ATM, or also sometimes I open multiple HFTs, but it might not support your plan on TradingView. But if it supports open multiple times the HFT scanner, and like suppose market Nifty is trading at 25,000, and let's say I've put one like the main one that I'm following, I have put it at 25,000, and the another one I have put 25,100, and the other one I have put 24,900. Okay, so sometimes I also do like that. And also the other thing I have already shared that in the past as well, like the model that I have forgot to mention. So by default it will be like the model 1, which is works on any TradingView account, basic free account as well. For the other models you need premium account, premium, not just any account, premium or higher plans. Okay, and so their other models will work, and if you want to go with other models, so you can select them. And so now coming down to the thing, that is we have talked about the cash market sentiment indicator as well. And again those who are on free basic TradingView account, for them you can just simply go with the HFT, and you can open the like my recommendation would be, because you can only put two indicators, so go with the HFT, and go with the multi-asset scanner. Okay, so like, because in the multi-asset scanner, you don't have to, like, you get the momentum as well as the cash market sentiment is also there. So that's why, like, you don't need the other ones, and also the momentum or the dynamic stop navigator. So if you want to get SL or something, so you can use that. Otherwise you might not use it, like you can just simply ignore it. And so overall, that's all the features that we have upgraded. And also, like, if you want to see its live performance, so you can just simply go to our like live section on our YouTube channel and check out its live performance, the earlier live performances. And also the thing is that, like, we have discussed everything regarding the HFT and all the new indicators that we have built. And yeah, so that's it for this video, guys. Again, if you still have any queries or or any other questions you have, so please feel free to ask in the comment section below. And yeah, so the video has been a little bit lengthy, but again, I have been working for more than a month on this, so that's why, like, there has been many updates. And so the next thing that I would be also working on would be the thing that is to automate this thing, that is the cash market, sorry, the current market price. So why I am not updating it? Because the thing is that, like, there are limitations of, as I said, there are limitations of the pine script. So as soon as it changes the ATM, so then we need the other strikes as well. So what happens is that we have to analyze a lot of strikes simultaneously. So whichever strikes it needs, so like, it will go according to that if we are totally in auto mode. Okay, and so that's where, like, the main difficulty portion is, like. But yeah, so maybe that will be the next update. And like, otherwise, like, we are done with the updates and everything. And so I think this is a solid setup, and which is giving you the momentum of the charts. And not only that, like, it's also giving you the real time big institutional positions, and also telling you, like, with strength, whether they are big or small, whether they are bigger sharks or smaller sharks. And you have the cash like market sentiment, that will work anywhere, like any chart with volume, it will work. Even if you want to analyze the options like chart, also there also you have volume, that also will analyze. uh, but better to keep it like with respect to cash, because like, it's like based on volume. And so volume tells you a lot of things about the cash market. And so that's why, like, the mostly the idea behind that indicator is to figure out whether smart money is present in cash market or not. Okay, and the rest is, like, you can analyze your favorite stocks while being on one screen. You can analyze what is happening there. And so that is the overall updates. I hope you all liked it, guys. And so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. And again, if you liked all these updates, so please don't forget to put a like. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one.